stable swap video. The first one was really, really, really good. So I'm going to try and bring this one as close as possible. All right. There was a few points that I went over. Point number one is time is running out. As you can see, the early bird yelling at you right here. There are only 10 days, 11 hours, 33 minutes, and 58 seconds left for you to take advantage of the early bird promo APRs. That was point one. Then what I had done in the previous video was set up my two-factor authentication. So now let's log in here, and it's going to ask me for it now. I'll just go over briefly just in case. I want to make sure that you have yours on. Oops, let me pull it up. Okay, so go here. So 284-850. Oops. Did I not put it in right? All right, so 412594. All right, now, then I came in. I tell you, I hate having to do it 2 times, but it was just such a great video. So first thing I did was I did the comparison in the liquidity pools. So by you taking advantage of the early bird special and not waiting, you're talking for the short term, you're talking 36% in comparison to receiving 54%. Then for the medium term, instead of measly 73%, you get 109%. Then of course, for the long term, you go from 127.75% to 193% for your APR. Then, oh man, it was really good. I broke it down to your short, medium, and long-term goals. So for your short-term goal, I had a bicycle for one of the kids or yourself. Then midterm was a $2,000 75-inch TV. Then long-term, we put a new car. A $20,000 car, we're just using the number. So what I did for the $20,000 car, for the good example, I said, okay, well, L7, I already have some funds saved in the bank. Okay, well, Legend, how much do you have? He said, well, I got $4,000 in there. Okay, so this is the scenario we ran. We ran it on the 2 different scenarios. We based it on, since this is the long term, because you have 300 days, because you don't plan to get the car until next year anyhow. So you have $4,000 sitting in the bank. So you take the $4,000. First, we're going to use the long-term liquidity pool. And first, we're going to do the 0.35% a day, and then versus the 0.53% a day, so you can see the comparison. So you say, okay, L7, I have the 4,000 just sitting there, gaining 0.000001% a month or a year in your regular traditional credit union, bank account, or wherever you have your fund sitting. So no. Let's do this. So you take the 4,000, you put it into stable swap, because you have stable swap tokens to choose from: BUSD, USDT, and USDC. So you have 3 options. Now you say, okay, well, I'm gonna put the 4,000 in there. So we're gonna go with the long-term standard rate first. So that's 0.35% a day. Oops. Okay, let's get this right. So $4,000 times 0.35% a day, you're going to receive $14 a day. This is the standard one, so $14 a day. So monthly, so $14 times 30, that's 420 times, for the month, times 12 months. You're going to receive an additional $5,040. But wait, now you say, well, you know what? I'm going to do the right thing, I guess is a good way to put it. Now I'm going to take that same $4,000 and put it in now at the 0.53% a day, equals $21 a day instead of $14. Then times 30, and then times 12. He's like, well, L7, now I'm going to make an additional $7,632 on my funds. So now from this point, we're going forward with using the long term. You can see the difference. If you go into standard, it's $14 a day compared to the early bird special, which is going to put you at $21 a day. Okay, so now you say, well, L7, I have this. I earned $7,632 on top of my original $4,000 that's in there. So now I have plus the 4,000. I have a grand total of $11,663 sitting in the account. Okay, that's perfect. Now you bought the new car for 20 grand. Your car note, we'll just say, is $300 a month, and your insurance is $100 a month. We're just using rough numbers. So you say, L7, it's $400 a month for my car. No problem. So now you have $11,000 sitting in there. So the stable swap team says, you know what? We're going to just go ahead and put it at the end of the 300 days. We're going to drop it back to 0.35. That's fine. So you have your $11,632 times 0.35%. So now you're earning $40 a day times 30. That's $1,221 a month. Okay, but wait, subtract the $400 for your car note and insurance, minus $400. That leaves you with $821. Oh, jeez. Okay, that's just from scenario one. Okay, but say the stable swap team, like, you know what? The protocol's doing great. We're going to take care of the investors, and we're going to continue the long-term early bird special. So let's backtrack. So we had the $11,632 times a 0.53% a day. Now you're making $61 a day. God dang. Times 30 days, you're making $1,800 a month. Man. Okay, then you're making the $1,800 minus the same $400 for your car note. That leaves you with $1,449 left over. Okay, so from this point, we're going to just use the early bird. So now you're like, okay, well, you took care of your car note, you took care of the insurance. So now you have a lot of different options. You're like, well, L7, if I have an extra $1,400 a month, that can take care of my mortgage, or your mortgage, or whatever else you wanted to do. But say, you know what, I don't need that, because now I'm paying for my car, and I'm not even paying for the car. Stable Swap's paying for the car. So I want to take $1,000 a month of that and reinvest it every single month for the next whatever time frame. We're just going to go with 1 month. So at the end of that month there, and your original 11,632. So let's take this out. So you had $11,632. You're going to add another $1,000 in there. So now you got $12,632 that you reinvested in. You pull that other the other $449, and you went out and went on a trip, whatever. So now times 0.53%. Now you're making $66 a day going forward, times 30. Now you're making $2,000 a month, minus the $400 for your car note and insurance. That leaves you with $1,600 at the end of the month. And then you just continue to do the same thing. Take $1,000, put it back in there. Anything that's over 1,000, you can keep it and put it into your pocket. Go spend it and have fun, because you can't take the money with you. So you got to enjoy it during the time. This is what I'm talking about. Stable Swap is going to make the payment for your car for you, then continually grow. So that we just say that first month was January. Then at the end of January, you took that 1,000, you put it back in there. So now it's March 1st. So now instead of where were we at? We had 12,000. Okay, well, let me go back here. So we had 11,636. Then we added February, and then March. Now you got $13,636 times the 0.53%. Now for the month of March, you're going to make $72 a day times 30 days. Now you got $21.86. Now you're making big money. So now $21.86 minus your $400 for your car note and insurance. That leaves you with $17.86. Then you can say, "What? No, L7, I don't really need to have all that additional funds. Just an additional $200 a month in my pocket. For just change is perfectly fine." Okay, well then, so we'll take 250. We'll take 250 even. Put in your pocket. That's going to leave you with. We're just going to round it to $1,500. So we're going to now. So for the month of April, you're going to have the 11,632 plus February's money, and then the 1,500 from March. Now you got 14,000 sitting in that account times 0.53%. Now you're making $74 a day times 30 days, 2246 a month. And we can go on and on and on and on and on. But you see the gist of it is that just from your $4,000 initial, putting it into the long term and then receiving 0.53% a day, and then at the end of the 300 days, you can go buy your car. That's up to you. You can take out some of you want to put a down payment, but now you have a way to make your car note as well as your car insurance. Now, what you could have done with the same thing, I guess, with the 4,000, put the 4,000 in times the 0.53%. Hold on. Okay, $21 a day times 30 days. Nope. Okay, no, let me go back. Okay, so let's do, we had $4,000 we put in there times the 0.53% equals $21 a day times 300 days. So that's $6,360. Now, you can take that additional, the $6,000 there and put it on a down payment on the car. That's totally up to you. So sometimes if you can get that no money down, then that comes nothing out of your pocket, and then StableSwap makes the payment for you. So if you say, no, L7, I do want to put something down, so then you can take out, say you're going to take out 5,000. So you had the 6,360 plus the original 4,000. You had $10,000 in there at the end of the 300 days. So you say, well, L7, I'm going to take 5,000 and make a down payment. That leaves you with 5,360. So at 5,360 times the 0.53% going forward, you're going to make $28 a day or $852 a month. That's still that's double your car note and your car payment. Anyhow, okay, so that's what I had done in the previous video. All right, then what I did, I went in and I provided more liquidity because I had some USDT and I had some BUSD, and there was something else that I had in there that I provided. So then I went in there, and you can see it down here at the bottom of the page. It was like $70, and you can see it right here because I did it on video. So it was 11:20 at 12:59. You can see it's 1:39 here on my clock on the computer. Then the video messed up, so that's what I had put in there. So we put that in there. Then we said, okay, well, safety first, safety always. Went up here to the gear. Went down here to two-factor authentication, which was here. It said to set it up. So I clicked it, used the phone, scanned it. Then my two-factor authentication was set up. That's how you set it up. So what you do, you set it up. You figure out which one you're going to use. I always use Google Authenticator since 2017, especially with the crypto. Then I hit the little QR code on the Dapp, on the app on the phone. It took a picture of it. And then at the bottom, it provided the 6-digit code. I put the 6-digit code and hit enable. And that was it. And that was pretty much it. And again, I just wanted to send a special shout out to Danny and Lucky for bringing this to us, giving us the opportunity, as you saw with that scenario, of the ability to allow StableSwap to make the payment for you. It doesn't have to come out of your money at all. And as you can see, we just did it again, even with you giving a down payment. You still have the original 4,000. It's just so many different scenarios. And now with the ability to have different options here, it's just that you got 10 days, 11 hours, and 19 minutes in order to figure it out. Otherwise, you're going to be stuck with the standard edition numbers at the bottom. So if you know there's a short, medium, and a long-term goal of yours, like your kid wants this, the PS5, that's a short-term goal. You got 60 days. And then a medium goal, like I say, it could be a new TV, a new lawnmower, it could be whatever, or a new stereo for the car, whatever. Then your long term goal is 300 days out. That could be a shed in the backyard, a nice vacation. We have so many different options, anyhow. And then you fund it accordingly. Then that daily income is coming in, and that's the biggest factor here is the daily income. Even if you miss the time frame and you have to go with the standard, even that long term is still 0.35%. And then it just grows, because on a daily, if you go out and try to find it at the credit union, what the APR is. Let me see if I can do it real quick. Let me go here. The highest, oops, spell it right. The highest APR for the credit union in the US. Let's see what it says. Highest credit, not credit card. Highest APR savings. Okay, let's see. 5.26. That's what I'm saying. There goes a highest APR savings account, 5.4% a year. A year. It still doesn't even come close to what you're receiving here at, because you look at this, you're getting 127% even in the regular, or the 193 if you get in between now and the next 10 days. But anyhow, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to send the update, and again tell Lucky and Danny appreciate the opportunity and the options we have, because Legends, you already know it's about options to have some stability in this world. So if you can get in to one of the other investments that I show in here and make that quick money, and then one of the DeFi degen plays, then you take that DeFi degen money and you put it here for safekeeping, something that's nice and stable. Yes, it's 0.53% a day, but that 0.53% a day adds up for the month. So at 0.53 times 30 days, that's still 15.9% a month. That's really, really, really good. And then you saw the scenario of funding the payment for your car for however how long you need it. Let StableSwap make the payment for you. You don't even have to worry it coming out of your budget. All right. So as always, it's for informational, educational purposes only. Never intended as any type of financial advice, because I'm not a financial advisor. I'm here just sharing information with you about StableSwap and another option that we have in our arsenal for you to either create or increase your daily passive income, because that's what it's all about. It's all about the DPI. So, like I always state, get in where you fit in. And always remember, always practice that this is an individual endeavor. You do what's best for you, your family, and your family finances, because only you know those numbers and only you care about those numbers. Nobody else cares. You can't worry about what I'm doing. You can't worry about what Sally's doing, or what Jennifer's doing, what Tom, Dick, and Harry is doing. You have to do what's best for you and your family. And that's all that matters. So again, and I did want to give a special shout out. I'm not going to pull up the affiliate page because it shows the names on there, but I do want to say thank you to everybody that used my affiliate link. I truly appreciate it. And the Legends, you already know I do what I do for you. I don't do it for myself. Like I said, I've been retired since 2011. I do the videos and everything for you, especially when it came to something like the Mission Possible, the Fire series. Everything I do is for you. So all I ask is that you please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And to all of the Legends, don't run out. Time is running out on you. You got 10 hours, 11 days. Oh, good Lord. You got 10 days, 11 hours, 15 minutes, and 11 seconds to get in on the pre-launch special. So engage.